Guys, we are about to do our first React video. I am super psyched and very excited. Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Rasa the dancer is here, and today we're gonna do our first React video. We're gonna be reacting to a dance choreography. Now, I think reaction video could be really helpful for this channel. I'm not gonna just be reacting in terms of my emotions. I actually will be breaking down things in pieces. I will explain what is usable on the dance floor, what is not. I will give you some insight of what the moves require and how you do it with the technique and all of the rest. So I think actually this could be very beneficial if we watch it together, and actually we can learn together and break things apart. Now, just to give you a quick understanding, usually choreographies that are done by the dancers, the professional dancers, are usually already technically really good. So it's very likely that I'm not gonna be going like, oh my God, technique is so bad. It's probably quite good technique already. A lot of professionals are working through the dancing for so many years. So in terms of technicality, where they're pointing the toes or raising the hands, is probably gonna be pretty good already. In terms of emotional side, it's a personal opinion. So I will be giving you my opinion, what I think, whether I feel something when I watch this choreography or I don't, and what's my thought about that. But what I enjoy emotionally doesn't mean that you will as well, and vice versa. So that, don't go crazy if I say, oh, I don't feel it. Relax. We're not supposed to feel everything, and what I feel is not necessarily what you're gonna feel, right? But in terms of breaking things apart and explaining you a couple of technical stuff and explaining why things are show and what can actually be on the dance floor, that I think you can really benefit from. So without further ado, let's start our first React video on this channel. Okay guys, so the first video we're gonna react to is by Ronald Y Alba, and they are a bachata professionals, and they've been around for many years. I like them as a couple because they do Dominican and sensual, something that I like as well. I like all kinds of bachatas, and I like that they incorporate some bachata Dominican and also sensual. This show is going to be a little bit more sensual, but it has some flavor as well. Now, this is the newest show that they have done, but they have been doing shows, and they world champions in many different competitions and stuff, blah, blah, blah. They're an awesome couple. In their social dancing, I'm not in style-wise huge fan, but their shows, for me, they're one of the best couples there. An important thing to mention, which is a technique thing that you should pay attention to, their show is cabaret style, which means they do tricks where you lift and throw people in the air. When you see choreographies, there's many different styles in the shows. And when you see people being thrown around like crazy, it's a cabaret style, okay? So immediately they starting in a really nice pose. So you are already excited to see what happens next. Great lines. So let's get it started. That's a very unexpected end, like as a professional, you see a lot of routines, but it's how you get out of like those combinations. Sometimes it's just a different exit that makes a huge difference. And when she went down into that extension of the arm is into a squat, it's really difficult and really cool. And musicality is superb so far. The essential part. Nice. Okay, did you see that trick? So that trick, again, I've seen a million times before, but can you imagine how difficult it is to hold her in the air, and she's holding her own weight before explosion and stepping onto the next part? That's the difficult part. The trick itself, of course, is complicated, but everybody who does tricks, they do this trick quite often. But the fact that she came out hold and then exploded into the wave and a step forward, that's on a different level, okay? And did you notice how so far, everything they do, they still do it for you. They're looking at the audience, they're participating, there are moves that are elongated and portraying emotion. So many choreographies you see just trick, 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 trick. There's no like eye-to-eye contact, there's no like real emotion, just fake faces. I really like how they're connecting with me. Syncopation there. Nice. Epa. Little bit of Dominican flavor. Of course, it's still modern, but there's a flavor there. And of course, did you see how when they went into the footwork, it went seemingly? So another thing that happens with now professionals, they think, okay, we have to have sensual part, we have to have Dominican part, we have to have whatever. And so they do a trick and then the music goes, hey, and they go, hey, let's go. And you know it's coming footwork. For them, what they did, they used the same song, they didn't fake it, the music went a little bit more exciting with the instruments, and they seemingly blended from a movement into transition where they started doing footwork. Oh, I love that, because it's not like, okay, now we're gonna do footwork. No, they seemingly blend into it, and the way they do footwork, because they do specialize in all kinds of bachata, it seemed very authentic, it seemed nice flavor, not fake. Footwork, nice grounded things, good isolations, really nice. And then into a crazy trick, and after a crazy trick, that on the head, slow. This is what makes you go, and then, this is a good performance right there. Syncopation. And you see how again from tuk 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 seemingly they started doing footwork? Eso. And look, they're gonna melt it. Melted it. It's not finished yet. Not yet. Now. Guys, I love this show. Okay, so another important part again, did you hear that when they were running into another footwork part? Again, blending it, right? Little syncopation steps. Syncopation means something that is fast. So usually you have 1, 2, 3, 4 in bachata. If you have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, it's fast. It's in between the beats. That's syncopation. So they're going ding, 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 into the footwork and then again into the little trick and central part. And they milk the ending. They finish and we're going like, oh my God, and they're going, oh, and we are suddenly again there with them, and we're appreciating it not just because it's a good show, but because emotionally we're involved till the last second. Does that make sense? Beautiful performance. Very quickly also, I want to say a couple of things about this. It has great tricks, but I love it as well because, as I say, they emotionally invest in us. They are participating for us. They are milking every moment. They are seemingly blending things together, so it doesn't seem like staged or just forced moves put together. And the other thing is, usually, a lot of women wear leotards with the thong, right? And I keep saying this. I'm not a fan of leotards with the thong, only when it serves the purpose. Their tricks are extremely complicated. When, for example, she's on his head, if she would have more material on her butt, that material would have fallen on his head. So for her to wear this costume is completely legit. We have this in salsa shows as well with this cabaret and crazy tricks, because it actually would interfere with the routine. So her costume is completely legit and it's very beautiful. She has long sleeves, so even though she shows the legs and a little bit of the bum, she covers the top. So she's trying to, you know, not just be naked, but it serves a purpose as well. And I thought that's important to mention, and I think they're a beautiful couple. We love Ronald Y Alba. Thank you so much for watching. That was super fun for me. I watch choreographies all the time, so on my own spare time is my obsession. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got something out of it, and you know I'm dying to hear what you're thinking in the comments. So let me know if you enjoyed this show, what did it make you feel, and did you find this useful, and most importantly, would you like to see me react to other videos? And if you have any choreographies in mind that you would like to hear my opinion about, let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to do that for you, because I love it. I love doing this. Anywho, I love you. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you very soon.